This is CBS 4 News at noon.
First at noon, we are taking a live look outside where right now it's a little mix of sun and clouds across South Florida, but hours from now, that is going to change. That's because storms are going to roll through our area. We are keeping a close eye on that line of storms that could potentially become severe. CBS 4 meteorologist Dave Warren joins us now with what we can expect later on today. Dave.
Yes, they're already severe, and we have a number of watches.
We are following a developing story now out of Sunny Isles Beach. A water main break has water spewing all over Collins Avenue. Ted Scouten is live now with an update. Ted.
CBS 4 News.
Ted, thank you for that update. New details this afternoon. Police announced the skeletal remains found in the woods in Miami Gardens last week are those of a missing Hallandale Beach woman. Linda Meyer disappeared 8 years ago. Today, there is a significant update. CBS 4's Carrie Codd is live with reaction from her family. Carrie.
That's right, Carly. CBS 4 News.
Carrie, thank you. Flames ripped through a duplex overnight, leaving 9 people without a home, and we are learning police have taken over this investigation into what caused that fire. CBS 4's Ty Russell is in Northwest Miami-Dade with the latest.
CBS 4 News.
Ty, thank you. Thankfully, everyone made it out safely. Police are investigating a double shooting in Miami. This happened last night at a home on Northwest 41st and 11th Court. 2 people were hit and taken to the hospital. Neighbors say they heard a lot of gunshots, and they say that there has been trouble at that house before.
I hate that it's happening right down the street from my home. Hopefully, they get the problem taken care of.
No, over here. I live over here like 5 years. I never hear that.
The victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. No word on what led up to that shooting. A librarian who was shot and killed last week will be laid to rest today while his family is pleading for answers. 47-year-old Jamie Humet was shot outside of a credit union in Miami Gardens. Surveillance video shows a man in a black hoodie getting out of a white Kia Optima and later running toward a getaway car. Police believe Humet was shot while he was making a transaction. His brother hopes the video will help bring the killer to justice.
My family's been destroyed. My mother will never recover from this. And that was my only brother.
Now, if you have any information that can help police, please call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers 305-471-TIPS. Well, family, friends, and fellow officers will begin to say their final goodbyes to a Miami-Dade police officer who was killed while on duty. A viewing for Officer Jermaine Brown is tonight at the Sweet Home Missionary Baptist Church in Cutler Bay. A celebration of life honoring him will be tomorrow morning at that same church. Brown died last week while he lost control of an ATV and hit a tree in southwest Miami-Dade. He was a 15-year veteran of the force. Developing now at noon, a New York judge is allowing the Harvey Weinstein sexual assault case to move forward. The disgraced movie mogul, who was in court for a pretrial hearing this morning, walked in and out of court within minutes. Weinstein's attorney says he and his client are disappointed but will continue to fight the allegations. He has pleaded not guilty and is free on a $1 million bail. Now on to the Trump presidency this afternoon. Today, the White House will take up legislation to fund the government and prevent a partial government shutdown. Members will vote on the measure that passed the Senate last night that includes no new funding for a border wall, which President Trump has demanded. CBS 4's Natalie Brand is live in Washington, D.C. with those details. Natalie.
Carly, back to you.
Natalie, thank you. In other news out of Washington, President Trump is defending his controversial decision to bring 2,000 U.S. troops home from Syria. On Twitter this morning, the president wrote, "Does the USA want to be the policeman of the Middle East? Getting nothing." Florida Senator Marco Rubio called the move a grave error, but Senator Rand Paul applauded this decision, saying the president had courage.
Colossal, in my mind, mistake, a grave error.
I think it takes courage to do this because there's a million naysayers on both sides of the aisle.
Last week, a senior U.S. official said ISIS holds 1% of the territory it once held. The Pentagon estimates there are still up to 30,000 ISIS fighters in Syria. We'll still ahead on CBS 4 News at noon. Mission complete. After spending months in space, a group of astronauts back on Earth days before the holidays. And no, your eyes are not playing tricks on you here. That really is an older version of Kevin McAllister from Home Alone. Find out why Macaulay Culkin is reprising his role up next. Welcome back. Now at noon, an International Space Station crew is back on Earth after spending more than 6 months in space. The 3 crew members landed safely in Kazakhstan early this morning. An American, German, and Russian were on board the Russian spacecraft. The crew undocked from the ISS yesterday after a trip which included several experiments and maintenance work. How cool is that? I wonder what it's like to be back on Earth
Welcome
after all
home.
of that.
Yes.
Now, back in our atmosphere.
Back in our atmosphere, yes. A little unstable,
Right.
a little stormy here today, although not much is happening now. So,
But hopefully you have the rain gear on hand.
you
Because
have
a little
it
later,
handy. Lock everything down outside. Maybe don't inflate those inflatables tonight.
good
with
call.
The decorations.
No waving
yes.
snowmen, no Santas, none of that.
They'll be down the street here tonight. The wind's picking up though, and the temperatures are climbing. Lower 80s right now. Monday and Tuesday for the holiday.
Thank you, Dave. Here's what's coming up all new at 5. He's known as a tough guy with a big heart, and now The Rock is living up to that reputation in a whole new way. His touching sing-along with one special little girl, and trust me, what can I say except you're welcome. You don't want to miss it. It's trending tonight at 5 on CBS 4 News. CBS 4 News at noon. We'll be right back. Stay with us. In today's Health Watch, a new study shows drug use by American workers is on the rise. Research from Quest Diagnostics comes as a growing number of employees waive pre-employment drug testing or overlook positive results. That is especially true for marijuana. Retail workers had the highest rate of positive drug tests. Transportation and warehouse workers had the sharpest increase in drug use. And a new report from a nonprofit division of United Health Group determined that Hawaii is the healthiest state in the U.S. The survey takes into account 35 different factors and examines them by state. Those factors include things like your lifestyle behaviors, the community and environment, and state-level public policy. Hawaii is joined by Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, and Utah as the 5 healthiest states. Now at noon, it has been nearly 30 years since Kevin McAllister was home alone in the classic holiday film, and now Kevin is back in a video that has gone viral. You'll see why.
Mom? Dad? Hey Google, what's on my calendar today?
You have one event called House to Yourself.
Oh yeah. Hey Google, add aftershave to my shopping list. Hey Google, remind me to clean these sheets later.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Well, no, it's not a remake. That is a grown-up Macaulay Culkin in a commercial for Google Assistant. Some of the film's most iconic scenes were recreated, including that getting ready in the bathroom aftershave scene, and even tricking the burglars into thinking there was a house party going on. I would like to see a remake, though. CBS 4 News at noon. We'll be right back. But first, we have a look at the numbers on Wall Street. Stay with us. Well, finally at noon, fans of Hershey Kisses want to know what happened to the tops. The iconic candy is being packaged with broken tips and leaving pieces jagged. Bakers say the sloppy kisses are affecting how their cakes and their cookies look. The company says they're looking into the problem, but if they're still made of chocolate, that's good for me. That's it for CBS 4 News at noon. Thank you for watching and have a great Thursday, everybody.